All right, so we're gonna do something that we normally don't do when it comes to these case videos, and let's go ahead and lead with the actual price point. Now, as you can see right here, Spiegel Liquid Air, 15.99 on Amazon. So which makes this one of, if not the best budget case out there for the 16 Pro Max. Now I know you've heard that sentiment a few times when it comes to these cases, but let me go ahead and tell you why. Now, when it comes to the phone Rebel Air, you already know that's one of my favorite cases. We're talking about a case that's above 20 bucks and doesn't have a camera control button, all right? Spiegel Liquid Air has that camera control button. Now, another budget case that people always throw out there is going to be the Tiny Owl. Teeny Owl, y'all know what I'm talking about. An amazing case. Absolutely love it, but it's a little bit more expensive, sitting at 18.99. So you're going to spend a couple more bucks. 15.99, camera control button, and you're getting all the excellent features that Spigen has to offer. Let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can see right here, man, Spigen Liquid Air updated model, because if you got this before, it does not have the camera control button, but now it has that amazing camera control button, and we already know Spigen has some of the best on the market when it comes to that button. Now, when it comes to the construction of this, it's going to be your type of flimsy TPU-ish style case. Nothing too heavy duty, nothing too rugged, but don't get this mistaken from some type of TJ Maxx as you're checking out the line case that you see, the little gotcha area. You know what I'm talking about, where the kids get all the candy from. You don't got to worry about that when it comes to this type of case. It still fits very good when it comes to the 16 Pro Max. Let's go ahead and bring the scale over here. Let's get the weight of this bad boy. So dropping down on the scale, we're looking at 47 grams for the Spigen Liquid Air. Let's go ahead and slap the 16 Pro Max in, and all right, well, it gave you a 1-2 type snap, but it's a very reassuring snap. Let's go ahead and drop this combo down, and we're looking at 288 grams, all right? So that's going to be it when we're talking about the Liquid Air paired with the 16 Pro Max. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the case on this right here, and as you can see, this is going to be the white titanium model. Simple, plain simple when it comes to the Spigen Liquid Air. You're not going to get anything blowing your, just blowing you away when it comes to looks. This is going to be one of those minimal cases that's going to be getting the job done, slim, and just does what it needs to do at a very affordable price point. But let's go ahead and take a look at that late on the tail protection. Now, yes, I am rocking that tempered glass screen protector, and me with looking at it kind of off angle, it has a very tiny lip. Now, if you want to know what protector I'm using, dbrand Prism 2.0, that's what I use. Link will be down below. Just love that screen protector. Gets the job done. You get a 2-pack. No thrills and BS involved with it. Simple, easy to install. But with that, you do have a very faint lip. So if you put your phone down on your face, you will be protected, but just don't go chucking this thing around. The Liquid Air is not rated up for some type of heavy duty protection, very light to minimal protection when it comes to this case. So you do get a little lip, nothing too crazy. Flipping it over on the back, you're going to see that camera protection is going to be standard. Your lens will be protected, just as all cases does. I don't know if we need to keep talking about camera protection when it comes to these cases. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how this case fits on the phone, because for some type of TPU that kind of moves as it does, some of you may think, T, there's no way that case is going to fit good. But I'll tell you what, man, I will give this case maybe like a B minus, B. Well, I'm not a B minus, but a B plus on the fit. It doesn't fit the greatest, but it gets the job done, and you can tell the materials are used, that you don't really have to worry about this thing stretching out over time. On that top, putting it right here, as you can see, it kind of pulls, but you can see it feels snaps back into place. Comes down to the sides, even over here when it comes to the buttons, you are going to get a little bit of movement. And coming down the bottom here, you're going to get movement. Coming down here, you get pull. I'm not going to sit here and say that this case does not pull away easy when it comes to the sides. Yes, it does pull away easy, but as you touch this material, pause, as you feel it in your hands, pause again. It gives you a firm feeling that this is not flimsy type of material, that you will be good to go, and it's not going to warp or do anything over time. So yes, the fit could be a little bit snugger, could be a little bit tighter. Is the Teeny Owl and Rebel Air fit a little better than the Liquid Air? I think it is, but I feel like for this price point, you cannot beat it in what this case has to offer. I'm accepting the fit when it comes to this Liquid Air, but it is not a terrible fit. I can use this case, and I have been using it as a daily case just fine, with nothing to absolutely worry about. Now, how's this case feel in your hand? The case feels good, all right? Now, when it comes to the back of the Liquid Air, you're going to get this little triangle pattern. That's kind of always been the Liquid Air's thing from Spigen, and that kind of helps with grip, along with conjunction of coming on the side. As you can see right, that sounded terrible. Flipping over on the side, you can see that they do have these little slant grips, which are very subtle. You can't even feel they're there, but they give you just enough of dig in your finger to this. This thing sounds all types of crazy. You know what I'm talking about. It's got a nice grip, a nice subtle grip on the side where you can hold your phone pretty good without it being rough on your hands. All right, get all your minds out the gutters. So you get these little grips that's on the sides, not on the bottom. The bottom is going to be smooth, top is going to be smooth, but you will get those grips all along both sides to make it feel real good in your hands. Minimal, thin style case, doesn't add any bulk to it, and no sharp corners or anything like that when it comes to this case also. So that's pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and check out the buttons. As you can see, these buttons are going to be the integrated built-in buttons with that air slit. You can see that white titanium bezel shining under the buttons, but even with that, nice and tactile buttons. Speaking is going to give you great buttons. They may not be the independent standalone buttons that pop out and all of that, but guess what? The buttons do just fine when it comes to this case. Let's go ahead and talk about that camera control button. As you can see right here, let's take a look at the button. Very well done button. Doesn't pop out, do anything like that. And of course, the camera control button is going to work just fine. Spigen easily has some of the best camera control buttons out there on the market. I mean, it just gets the job done. You never have to worry about a Spigen camera control button even being remotely bad. This button is going to be a very, very nice button for those who out there who use the camera control button. Not only do they feature one, but they have one of the best ones out there in the market when it comes to their camera control. Now, let's go ahead and bring over MagSafe, because one thing about Spigen cases is they do not lack the gym time when it comes to MagSafe and the strength of these MagSafe magnets, man. So let's go ahead and drop it down on the MagSafe charger. As you can see, it does begin charging. But for a case that's $15.99, y'all, look at what I'm doing for $15.99. It's hard to beat this. It's not cases that's 50, 60, hell, even $70 cases that's able to pick my MagSafe base up with ease. That's just showing you that MagSafe magnets on Spigen cases are the real deal. And can I remind y'all again of the price? $15.99 for that, all right? Let's go ahead and bring over some MagSafe accessories. Let's go ahead and bring over your wallet over here. So if you are a MagSafe wallet person, you can easily use the MagSafe wallet with ease without no worry that you will be fine if you get out, brush this thing up against your jeans or anything like that, that this magnet is strong enough to hold you down and you don't got to worry about it, you know, slipping off, losing your wallet, doing anything like that. I think you will be just fine. So good job when it comes to the magnets, especially when it comes to the wallets. This is not something that's going to pop off fairly easy. MagSafe batteries, say you're running low on your phone power when you need a little bit of juice, but you got to slap this charger up there and you don't want it to fall off, whether you put it in your purse, your bag, or whatever it may be. You don't got to worry about the MagSafe magnet falling off. I can tell you that. Now, you know, I don't necessarily do the MagShake shake test, but as you can see here, I'm shaking and this thing is, you know, as you see, it finally flew off. I can't do my MagShake shake test as violently as I used to because my window was here right now. And I don't want to break my window because it's shake test. But as you can see right there, the magnets are very strong and whew, you gotta get your breath when it comes to that MagShake shake test, man. So very strong magnets that come from the Spigen Liquid Air. So man, when it comes to the best budget case out there on the market, let's just go ahead and finish checking all the boxes off. You have a decent fit, all right? I give it a B+ fit. It does move a little bit on the edges, but you have to expect a little bit of that when it comes to the material that this case is made out of. Check that off. When it comes to the buttons, you're gonna get nice solid buttons, and you also are gonna get a camera control button. There's still some cases out there that don't have camera control, so we gotta mention that. Very nice, strong magnets. And once again, can I mention the price? $15.99. You can see your cutouts. I forgot, man. Your cutouts are spot on down there, large enough to get a variety of different Type-C cables in there. I was daily in this case, haven't had a single issue when it comes to changing up the Type-C cable that you put in there. So speaking of Liquid Air, man, I really like what they have going on with this case. I don't think they can be a cheaper case. You cannot develop a cheaper case than this, sitting at $16 for the 16 Pro Max, all right? 16 and 16. So go out there, Amazon, go ahead and grab yourself one. It's on Amazon Prime. Even though shipping is pushed back a few days, you can still go out there and get it. I think this is the only color variation that it comes out with, but whatever you can check out will be linked down below. But if you want to check out some other great cases on Amazon, this case would have been up there, and it should have been up there, but I knew this video was coming soon. I'm going to give you my top 5 cases on Amazon. I know a lot of you are impatient when it comes to cases, so if you want to know the best 5 that you can go and buy on Amazon right now, I will be sure to leave that video right here.